This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 26, and it reads, "Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Let us all praises, blessings, honor be to the Most High and our Lord and Savior. His name is YAHAWASHI, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus. Much respect to the brothers who's doing this work day in and day out, feeding the sheep. Shalom, Labakaryam Shah, Yasharala, that's Shalom to the Lord's elect. Double honors to the elders, the bishops, and the apostles of the great millstones, the one who taught me this truth according to the Bible. Just want to thank the Most High, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. I was just inspired to do this lesson. I just recently uploaded a lesson, and as soon as I was finishing, I just read this article, and the Spirit jumped on me just to do a quick lesson. Lord's willing, it'll be edifying to the point, just bringing the gospel out, because this article here, this is what is going to usher in some major prophecy. The third woe, the third world war. The book of Revelation says it twice. The third woe cometh quickly, right? We know we already had World War I, 1914 to 1918, World War II, 1939 to 1945, and now here we are. You see, this is not a time for peace; it's a time for war. There's a time for everything under the heavens, but this is a time for war. And this is a very interesting article. It's very short, but information's come out. It just, reading the article, it just prompted me to bring out a precept and do a lesson, because when the Spirit's on you, you got to go, strike while the iron is hot, right? But it says, this is from a website called the Hal Turner Radio Show. It says, Russia formally warns United States against miscalculations that could have fatal consequences. I know what it means, but just for edification purposes, let's go into that word fatal. It says, causing death, a fatal accident leading to failure or disaster. You see, fatal. Okay, this is where we're leading to right now, because it says what? It is going to that. It could have fatal consequences. So this gentleman here, Moscow warns United States against miscalculations that could have fatal consequences. Fatal consequence is not ambiguous. There is no room for misinterpretation. That is powerful. Russia Deputy Foreign Minister Rybakov commenting on Kiev getting permission to carry out attacks with American weapons deep into Russian territory. Also says, so if you notice, a lot of these European nations, I think Germany has said it, France has said it, they're all giving Ukraine permission to use their weapons, and of course their troops are now on the soils. It's not officially posted, but they're there. It says, Deputy Foreign Minister Rybakov continues by saying Ukraine attacks on missile attack warning systems such attempts will be stopped. The response may be asymmetrical. Of course, asymmetrical means that one side does one thing and the other side does something completely, this is what prompted me to do this, completely unexpected and different. Let's go to Hal Turner's remark. I do not know how much longer the Russians can go without hitting the United States. See what he says? I do not know how much longer the Russians can go without hitting the United States for all the murderous meddling in the Ukraine situation. As we said all along, that is from the head apostles down. That is a proxy war. That's American war. I suspect, this is the point that made me do this lesson here. It says, I suspect that when Russia retaliation comes, I suspect that when Russia retaliation comes, it will be sudden. Remember this, it will be sudden, dramatic, and horrifying. You see, that was the comment that this is the point. That was a comment that prompted me to do this lesson. So let's go to the scriptures here, because it is prophesied Babylon, America, will be taken down by Russia and its allies. That is biblical prophecy. Let's go to Jeremiah 51, verse 6. But let's go to the 51 chapter. It says, let's go to this one here. This is the KJV. It says, let's start at verse 1. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon, talking about America, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquities, for the time of the Lord's vengeance, for it is the time of the Lord's vengeance. If you are on America's soil and you are not part of the elect, you're going to be fuel for the fire. That's why that's why the Bible talks in Revelation, the lake of fire, because it's from up in those chariots looking down, you will see like a mingle as like a glass of fire. You'll be in that glass, you'll see the America destroyed by thermal nuclear destruction. To the average person, this is going to sound like craziness, foolishness, but this is all prophecy. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of what? The Lord's vengeance. See, Babylon has been a golden cup, and all the nations. It's actually right here. It says, he will render unto her a recompense. That means a payback, right? It says, Babylon have been a golden cup. Actually, what? Let me pause for a second. And let me show you why America is, I'll go right there really quick, right to the point, and then come back. I'll show you why the Lord is angry at America. This is Revelation 18, verse 24, right to the point. It says, and in her, talking about Babylon, was found the blood of the prophets, Israelites, and of the saints, Israelites, and of all that were slain upon the earth. There is a lot of bloodshed in from America, because we know what. Let's go to this is not even part of the lesson. This is supposed to be a very quick lesson here, but you got to go with the Spirit, right? I always have new listeners listen to this. So Numbers 35, I always believe it's Numbers 35. So I just read to you all the bloodshed America have, right? It says, actually, let me go back here. It says, Revelation 18, verse 24. It says, and in her, America, was found the blood of the prophets, talk about the blood of the prophets and of the saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth. Now let's go to Numbers 35, verse 33 to bring this home. Okay? This is the King James Version Bible. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. What? For blood it defileth the land. See, the blood defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the Lord, the iniquity of Babylon have reached to the heavens. You see, the land cannot be cleansed of the blood, but it has to be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it. So, eye for an eye type of thing. But here's the thing. It says, he will render unto her a recompense. That means payback. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth, not some, all the earth drunken. 850 army bases throughout the world. Our way or the highway. This is our democracy. If you don't take it, sanctions, all these things. You see, it says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken with their philosophies, and the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations what? Are mad. You see, all these nations, you see from their own allies, the European Union, these nations, France, Germany, and Poland, they're building their own trilateral union outside of their organization. What does that tell you? The Lord says what? A kingdom divided can never stand. A house divided can never stand. And if Satan be divided against Satan, how can he stand, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So this is what you're seeing. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her. Balm is what? A healing agent. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. A lot of these people are fleeing America A lot of the elites are building their bunkers outside of America because they know the prophecy in Revelation 6 verse 15. And all the chief all the rich men and their helpers, they're going to go into the rocks, that which is representative of what? Their bunkers. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, see, and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come, and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. And this is what I'm doing. So Zion represents what? The Israelites. See, the Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion, is what I'm doing right now, the work of the Lord, our power. Because the Lord is going to have a recompense on Babylon for all the wickedness. See, this goes into the nuclear missiles now. It says, make bright the arrows and gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which is the Russians. You saw me start off with this. Russia formally warns the United States against miscalculations that could have fatal consequences. Okay? It says what? Make bright her arrows. Talking about the nuclear missiles. Gather the shields. And the Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, modern day Russians today, for his devices against Babylon. See? To what? Destroy it. See, to destroy it. Because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. The Lord is going to use Russia. Remember, the Lord uses anything. Go back to when the Lord used Pharaoh. He hardened Pharaoh's heart to show his power. And this is what the Lord does. The Lord is putting a spirit on these nations to fight for his purpose. Because it says what? I'll read it again. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon. See, to what? To destroy it. And in Revelation, the 18th chapter, it is prophesied that America will be destroyed in 1 hour. And Russia and its allies will be the nations doing it. Let's go there. Revelation 18. Let's go right to the point and close it out. Revelation 18 verse 10. Right to the point. Actually, no, let's start with verse 9. It says, and the kings of the earth, all the rulers, who have committed fornication. This is spiritual fornication. All the following the democracies, the policies, drinking that wine, they were drunk, have committed fornication and live what? Delicacy with her. So they're all made rich with America. Shall bewail her and lament for her. Why would they bewail her and lament? That means to cry. When they shall see the smoke of her burning. Talking about America. You see, now these merchants are seeing, because this can be televised live on television. It says what? Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, at last, that great city, Babylon, talking about America, the mighty city, see, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. For in 1 hour, okay? And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise there anymore, because America will be utterly destroyed. They will only be, the Arabian will no longer be pitching, the Arabs will no longer be able to pitch their tents, because that's all prophecy. Right? Let's drop down to verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Talking about America. So all your Giant Stadium and Yankee Stadium and Madison Square Garden and the White House and all those boats, all those buildings will be for desert animals. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the companies of ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, because they'll be like, oh my God, that's America on fire. See? And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? See? One more. It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city. Remember, the Lord raises up nations for a period of time. They all had a chance to rule. At last, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. See, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahawah have avenged her on you. Because right now you're seeing the average amount of the Israelites were punished in America. That's what America was made for, to punish the Israelites. You go back to the Israelites, the true Israelites are the so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American. Look at all the atrocities the Americans, the Europeans, when they came to the Americas, what they have done to the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. They almost eradicated the 90%, that's what they say, between 90 million and 120 million of the Northern Kingdom, you know, the so-called American Indian. And there's no calculation on what they have done to the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, so-called Negro, you see, and Latinos, you see, because that is the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Everyone is going to try to debunk it and whatever, because you see, this is not for no low-level thinkers. This is for high-level thinkers, because we were all fed lies. We all grew up in the plantation Christianity with all the lies. But no, but you see, the Lord says what? And now is, let me bring that up really quickly. Not even part of the lesson, but this is the time now. This is the mass awakening. This is all prophecy. Let's go to the book of where was I thinking here? Salakia. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to the book of I think it's John. Yes, John 4, Salakia. Go right to the point. Let's go right to the point. It says, but the hour, John 4, verse 23. Actually, let me go back to 22, because 22, you got to give it justice. This is when YAHAWASHI was speaking to the Samaritan woman at the well. He says, John 4:22, ye worship, ye know not what. He's saying you don't know what you're worshiping. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Okay, the word Jews is really short for Judah, right? This is really what it is. The Israelites. It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. It says, what does it say? But the hour cometh, right? It said that hour cometh with what? This, you remember it says, it's book of Habakkuk. I got to get that actually, Salakia. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, right? Habakkuk, Habakkuk 2, verse 3. You see, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, and it will not tarry. The vision is the prophecies, right? It says, but the hour cometh, right? And is now, remember what I just read, for the vision, which is the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and not tarry. See, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. See, for the Father seeketh such to worship him, because this is the time that we're in. So, I mean, I just wanted to bring up that quick information there, because things are heating up really fast. But anyways, that's all I have on that. Shalom. Till next time. Tawada Yahawah Bashim Yoshai.